going to head on a Valkyrie over to James Stress O'Leary.
Thank you very much, QuickShot. And, you know, while we set up for our match of the week coming up next, we want to hone in on the mid laner from G2, who's going to be playing up next, and that is Perkz. And last week's monster performance as Corki in that middle lane. 18, 2, and 11 was what we saw from him. So we wanted to take a quick moment and kind of look at why is it strong, what is it that makes it better than a couple of other mid laners, and we should start at the beginning. Why is Corki strong? And we've seen today, more than any other day, the first reason for this. Corki is an exceptionally strong flex pick. Today we've seen 2 games of him in the AD carry role already, but mid lane is what we are focusing on specifically. It's very similar, but for a mid laner, Corki has a very early defined power spike on that Trinity Force, and that's one of the other strengths for him. You get that Trinity Force, you get the Sorcerer's Shoes, which now that Corki is about 70% magic damage, it makes it a lot more beneficial for him to get that extra spell penetration. Lastly, as always with a mid laner, one thing that is crucial is to have a safe laning phase. You've got the Valkyrie to get yourself away. You have a lot of damage with the synergy Thunderlord still has from the Mastery Tree. Even with 6.2, Corki still has great effectiveness with that Thunderlord. You turn around with the Gatling gun on, 3 stacks up, and the proc comes very quickly. As with every kind of great mid lane pick, it seems that Faker was always one of the first to do it all the way back in week 1 of this split. So there's another reason if you really need anything else on top of why it's a good pick. Why is it better than other mid laners is another kind of weird question that we kind of want to answer now as we come in later into the split. So the first thing with that is he's good with poke champions. He is one himself. He loves to siege. So you have Ezreal, you have Nidalee, other champions that like to group. And because of that, we've seen the meta trend towards a lot of sieging and trend towards shorter games. So the earlier defined power spike, the ability to group around mid lane, all ties into Corki's strengths. Finally, he has a very unique mechanic that no other champion in League of Legends has, and that's the package. What is the package, you may ask? If you haven't watched a lot of Corki or played a lot of Corki, the package is a power-up that appears in Corki's base at the steps of the fountain. It's going to give him extra movement speed, and not only that, allows you to make plays across the map very effectively. And this is one of the things that Perkz did very well. We'll see one of the plays coming up that Perkz did down in the bottom lane to get Kikis a double kill. The ability to come in with the knockback after the movement speed, then have a lot of damage followed up, makes Corki such a strong pick. You'll even see the damage come out against a Lulu that is very difficult normally to kill through her ultimate, through the shields and through the Whimsy, and Perkz just made it look easy. He was able to just take him out. One of the weirdest things about the package is, because it's unique to Corki, we were wondering who is it that exactly decides when the package is picked up. So I decided to speak a little bit with Perkz this week and find out the answer to that question. And he told me it doesn't really, it's not really left up to the team to decide when he plays Corki. It's something that he decides. He's the one leading the charge with the siege or using the package or making the plays you just saw in the bottom lane. So nice to have a little bit of insight there onto how that affects the shot calling of a team, which is something that we can't always have too much insight into. So in summary, Corki's great because he has a very predictable 1-item power spike compared to other carries, and he's extremely versatile and effective when it comes to team play. So you should check out Corki if you're playing in dynamic queue and you're a mid laner. But we need to pick up the package and regroup. But up next is our match of the week, so stay with us.
Create a music band. We have the rapper. Gamsu can be the cook. I will be the manager. I've never heard you sing, so
I'm just there, but I'm not actually the one singing. I'm just
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm just there for the face.
Deficio, they're not done. Spirit's going to look forward. The auto attack and Thunderlord's a turret shot onto Noxiac.
What's happening?
We're diving.
Just diving. Just kill him. We can fight. We can fight. We can fight.
No.
I'm coming. Okay.
Wait for LeBlanc.
LeBlanc is coming. Graves.
Nice.
2-man knockup. Feathervin's found Peppy. They turn to Baton Yoka. He actually goes forward, and Giants are on the verge of going 0-7. A double dash from Feathervin. He deletes Baton Yoka. The Winions are helping Fnatic defeat Giants in week 4.